Yeah. And you also specialize in catering, which I thought was a great added bonus. Do you have any tips when it comes to catering an event?
Yes, I have many. Well, I started, in the restaurant business. So, and I had gone to cooking school in Paris and in Normandy for 2 summers, even, before I got into my career, and have always cooked and have grown things and all that stuff. And so I really think that the catering and the food background helps way more even than I thought it would. And because I think then you understand from a caterer's point of view. Now, by the way, we do events all the time where we're not the caterers, but we work, everything just flows so much more seamlessly when you really understand how food is, and food doesn't magically, you cannot have 500 souffles magically appear at the same time. And it's just very risky, right? You'd have to have a huge budget and a huge staff, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong. But understanding cooking and having a catering background is going to really help as far as like what you pitch your clients. Or, if you are in a spot that is notoriously hot with super high humidity, then it goes, hey, listen, watch the dessert menu, you're going to pick, because the eel flottant is going to collapse in either the humidity or the rain. But I think the biggest misconception is that food needs to be like fancy or she. And I cannot say enough that it does not. In fact, my thing always has been do the best that you possibly can for your budget. Meaning, if you say, hey, listen, I've got $10,000 to spend on the catering portion. A lot, I was going to say maybe most, but people try to go, okay, we're going to do the salmon or the ribeye choice. And all you're doing then is stressing yourself out, because inevitably prices creep up, right? It's like there's a little bit more, there are more rentals or more this or that involved in keeping that fillet or that salmon hot and stuff like that. And my philosophy is, have the most amazing hot dog bar station that anybody has ever seen in their lives, complete with crispy fried whatever that is, only served on street carts in whatever, Santiago or something. But the point is do the best, most amazing quality you can without trying to be something that your budget just is not, it's kind of goes to the champagne, or what is it, beer budget and or champagne plans and beer budget or something like that. But to me, there's nothing to be ashamed at. Sometimes I might have the money to spend, and sometimes I might just be like, and I have done this. I feel like an amazing grilled cheese bar, an amazing Bloody Mary bar.
And people would love that.
They do, because here's why. Everybody thinks people want to go out and that you're going to impress them. Like, hey, I'm going to give you this salmon, or hey, I'm going to give you this steak. Nothing against salmon and steak. But I got to tell you, when we serve freaking amazing lasagna, or we've done stuff with tater tots bars, we can't even we can't even clear the line, because people are like, oh yes, the last time I had it, I can't even remember last time I had to. And they're having the best time, right? Because it's fun. And they're sitting there eating fried chicken, because they would never be eating fried chicken at home, or at a restaurant. They would feel totally guilty, but they're like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. And yeah, I'll have another biscuit, right?
Yeah.
And it's just what tastes really good. And it boils down to, knowing your audience. Don't do that with a group of vegetarians, but do it with, if your crowd would totally enjoy that, then do that. Have the most amazing homemade pretzel bar with more mustards than anybody even knew existed in the world, And that's when people go, God, that is so cool. and those are the things that are not the most expensive. Like every time, like I can't even tell you the last time that the most expensive menus that we've had, people have like raved about them more. They haven't. They've raved about the ones that were just, this is really cool.